Now, with an understanding of what Spark is and how it came to be, let's go ahead and see how to get it installed for our initial local development. To do that, we start at the Apache Spark homepage, spark.apache.org. There are a number of useful resources made available from this landing page, and we'll cover a number of them later in the course. But for now, we'll click on the Download Spark button. From here, you can choose your Spark version. We'll go with the latest stable release as of this recording, 2.4.5. Then, you need to choose what type of distributed file system you'll be running against. Or, you can choose to grab the source code directly so that you can make any modifications and/or build against a file system that isn't pre-built. We'll choose the version that targets the latest version of Hadoop for the course. However, bear in mind that there are packages for different Hadoop versions, as there are often changing protocols across versions that break binary compatibility. So, if you have an existing Hadoop system you're planning to target, then you'll need to make sure to pick the right version. You can check that through the Hadoop command line using Hadoop version if you aren't certain. Once you've made your selections, you can click on the Download Spark link and the suggested mirror, which kicks off the download for the Spark package. Once downloaded, you'll need to untar it to get to the underlying Spark folder. I'm going to use 7-zip to extract it to my C drive, but any extraction tool will work. Now, if you chose a pre-built version of Spark, then the only additional item you need is to have the Java Development Kit, or JDK, installed. For this course, I'm assuming that you already have this set up, and if not, it's as simple as Googling for JDK and following the links. One other setup that is more of a nicety is to add the bin folder located in the Spark root to your environment path so that you can directly access some of the helper utilities without having to always specify the full path. If you've done that, then you should be able to test that your install was successful by running spark-shell from your command line of choice. If everything is installed correctly, then you should see the Spark graphic along with the version you have installed. And one other quick aside is that Spark has a number of points where it looks for its root directory, which can be helped by setting the Spark home environment variable to point to your Spark root. There are two additional notes on Spark installation. The first is to point out how to change the logging verbosity, in case you need to increase or decrease it. The information that Spark outputs can be very useful when running into hard-to-debug problems. In the normal case, we don't need it though. Now, let's change to only caring about error output. So we'll head to the conf folder, which houses a number of useful configuration templates. For now, we're just going to focus on the log4j one, as log4j is the logging utility being used within Spark. So, we simply copy this file into the same directory, open it, and change all logging to error so that only an error message will be output. Then we save it and remove the .template. Now, when we rerun Spark shell, the output will be much more manageable. The final note is for those who will be running their shell against a Windows environment. You may have noticed this fairly large error that I got whenever I ran the shell. As of this recording, there's an open Spark bug, Spark-2356, which is really a Hadoop bug, which results in exceptions when working with the Windows file system. To remedy this, you'll need to add winutils.exe to your Spark bin directory. The executable is included in the demo files for this course, but can also be obtained by going to that Spark ticket 2356. In the comments, there are actually multiple links that will result in this executable's downloadable location. Last, head back to the system's environment variables and add a Hadoop home variable to be the location where the bin/winutils.exe is located. In my case, this is c:/Spark. Once set up, Spark will be able to work with the Windows file system. As you can see by the error no longer displaying.